Welcome to our evidence-based channel for awareness on mental health and relationship matters. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. I'm your host, Ammar Mohammed. One of the warning signals of being in a toxic relationship is having negative feelings. In this video, I will not be covering the diagnosis of such negative feelings, and also I will not be covering the personality disorders that could cause toxicity. Nevertheless, I'll be summarizing several researches by listing 10 negative feelings that signaling or causing toxicity in your relationship, and I will also share some remedies to such toxicity. So just to be clear here, when I say relationship, I'm referring to many different types of relationships, such as intimate, professional, family, academic, community, partnership, and so on. Just as a kindly reminder, I do videos on a weekly basis, and I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel. We would love to hear from you, so feel free to share your thoughts and insights below. I respond to all comments. Now I would like to share with you 10 examples of negative feelings that are signaling or causing toxicity in your relationships. Number 1. When you are in a relationship that is requiring you to be extremely cautious about what words you use and what actions you do, making you feel as if you are constantly walking on eggshells. Number 2. If you are continually feeling silenced by the other person without being allowed to express and explain. Number 3. If it feels unsafe for you to share your thoughts or feelings due to past flares, negative consequences, or fear of being accused as a nagger or told to stop being a baby, or if you feel unsafe or silenced due to you being stigmatized because of you having some kind of mental illness. Number 4. If you find yourself internalizing the other person's blame, criticism, anger, and even their abusive behaviors, or you find yourself absorb such behaviors and become resentful, aggressive, or causing you to do self-harm. Number 5. If you are experiencing excessive jealousy. You see, one form of jealousy is related to having distrust in the relationship. For example, if the other person is overly curious about the venues of your social activities, or follow you around even to the grocery store, or going through your belongings and accessing your social systems without informing you, or calls you excessively to know where you are, and so forth. The other form of jealousy is feeling that the other person has more than you do, or noticing that the other person sees you as if you have more than they do. With that being said, this behavior is not necessarily coming from jealousy when it comes down to your parents. Generally speaking, parents are maybe reacting to their anxiety, overprotectiveness, and so on. Nevertheless, it is possible. Also, if the other person is doing things intentionally to cause you to be jealous, this is very likely related to some kind of personality trait. I will not be covering this type here. Number 6. Feeling physically sick when talking to and or seeing the other person. To explain what I mean here by feeling sick, it is actually when you feel a knot in the pit of your stomach that won't go away when the person starts talking, or when you see the person, or when the name comes up on your phone. This sickness actually is a feeling of nervousness, dread, or maybe even a feeling of hopelessness. Also, this feeling of sickness can appear in different forms, such as shortness of breath, as well as other symptoms. These symptoms are called somatic symptoms, and somatic symptoms are actual physical pain or discomfort that is coming from emotion. According to a study conducted by the Ohio State University in 2018, it links couples' hostility to gut bacteria causing inflammation in the bloodstream. Number 7. Feeling relieved or excited when you hear your spouse will be going on a trip, or when the other person leaves home to go to work, or when your boss or teacher does not show up due to illness. Number 8. When feeling worried or dreading having sexual interactions with your partner, or if your sexual interactions with your partner lack emotional connection. Number 9. If you are seeing your home, your school or work, or even your community as a negative environment, or if you're viewing the time you're spending there, or the time you're spending with the other person as a negative time, and you just can't wait for the talk or the meeting to end. So in return, some people start to spend less time at home by creating extra work at the office. And likewise, they would start taking sick leave from school or work, or even go to work or school late. Number 10. The last negative feeling I will be mentioning here is that when you are preferring or fantasizing if the other person just doesn't exist, gone, or even dead. Like wishing your boss or your teacher is fired or dead. Before I answer this question, it is worth mentioning here that having a negative feeling is also possible due to misunderstandings or miscommunications. Nevertheless, the more the negative feelings occur or the stronger they become, the more likely the relationship becomes toxic. So, to remedy toxicity, use the open dialogue approach. Set a meeting with the person and address the situation and take time to explain it. You may need to prepare for this such meeting by seeking professional advice from your HR manager or HR personnel. Maybe if you have a mentor, maybe your boss can help you unless this toxic relationship that you have is with your boss. Maybe you want to talk to your HR. But if you have this toxic relationship with someone that maybe your parents can help, or a professional coach or a professional counselor. It is important to do this and take the time so you can make this meeting very effective. Well, if the meeting goes well and the other person listens and understands or maybe even apologizes, then it is likely that this relationship is not toxic, but maybe this is a difficult person that you just need to figure out how to deal with. Or it could be due to some miscommunication or misunderstandings. However, if the meeting does not go well, it is probably a good idea to seek professional help from a psychotherapist or a professional coach or a professional counselor. I would like to invite you to share your insights about the video and comment maybe about a difficult or toxic relationship that you are having or you have had before and how you dealt with it. I hope you find this video helpful and don't forget to subscribe. I cannot wait for next Tuesday to share with you my next video. Until then, stay happy.